The truth about retiring in Florida in 2025 is nothing like the brochures. Not the beachy stock photos, not the palm trees, not the glossy best place to retire lists. Retiring here today means navigating real numbers, real costs, real laws, real weather, real insurance, real taxes, and real lifestyle perks people never tell you about.
Exactly, people. Picture sitting on the beach in February with a margarita. Meanwhile, half the retirees moving here are Googling, why is my Florida homeowner's insurance $6,000? What is a CDD? Most people don't know what that is. How do hurricanes affect Medicare appointments? And my favorite, do snakes actually show up in backyards?
Spoiler alert, they do. Today, we're breaking down exactly what it's really like to retire in Florida in 2025. The good, the bad, the expensive, the hilarious, the unexpected, and the stuff that only locals talk about.
By the end, you'll know, truthfully, whether retiring here is your dream or a very hot, very humid, very expensive plot twist. The number one question retirees ask first and nobody warns them about.
Let's get straight into the biggest shock retirees face. The cost of homeowner insurance in 2025. Not because it's boring, because it's the single biggest line item reshaping retirement budgets in Florida.
People retire with a number in mind. $3,500 for property tax, $1,500 a year for insurance, maybe $2,000 if they want a little cushion. Then they get their first Florida quote and think, is this a typo? Well, what insurance actually costs a retiree in 2025?
Here's the real math. Florida's 2025 average premium is over $6,000 a year. That's triple the U.S. average. And that's average. Waterfront, $10,000 to $18,000. Condo in an older building, $4,000 to $12,000.
Wow.
And that's just the building's master policy passed to you in assessments.
Retirees ask, why is this high? Here's why. Hurricane risk, reinsurance costs, roof fraud laws from the last decade.
Wow.
I know that's a big one for you. A wave of carriers leaving the state, and storms like Ian that forever changed underwriting. And yes, age of roof matters. Age of home matters, proximity to water matters, elevation matters, claims history matters. Florida underwriting is not gentle. The secret weapon retirees need, which is Florida resilience research skills.
Yeah, I agree. If you're retiring here, you need to learn a brand new life skill. Reading FEMA maps, insurance quotes, flood risk reports like you once read travel brochures. Flood maps matter. Storm surge maps matter. Drainage patterns matter. HOA reserves studies matters. Condo 4D and 154 reports matter. Lots of things matter.
You know that saying, location, location, location? Everybody says that. In Florida, it's a little different. Here, it's location, elevation, insurance, drainage, construction type, and roof age. And we're still in the intro.
Yeah.
Why Florida taxes are a huge win for retirees and why people still misunderstand them.
Let's talk about the good stuff. I think we've scared everybody enough.
Yeah.
The thing that pulls retirees here in the first place, Florida taxes, right? We've all heard that. We have no state income tax, no tax on Social Security, no tax on pensions, no tax on withdrawals from retirement accounts, and no inheritance or estate tax. That savings alone can fund your cable bill, your pickleball gear, and your pool guy. The pool guy.
But here's what actually matters for retirees. The Homestead Exemption and the Save Our Homes cap. That's huge here in Florida. Homestead saves you up to $50,000 off your assessed value and locks your yearly tax increase at no more than 3%. That's massive for people on a fixed income. It's kind of massive for everybody.
It's massive for everybody, yeah.
The HOA, CDD, and condo shock. Also, the funniest part of retirement is what's coming up.
So we're moving on to the second biggest shock, really. HOA and CDD fees that Danielle just touched on. We always get asked by retirees, what's a CDD? Do I have to participate? Why am I paying for a pool I never use? Is the HOA allowed to fine me $150 because my garbage can was visible for 14 whole minutes? True.
In Florida, CDD stands for Community Development District. It pays for infrastructure like roads, lighting, clubhouses, water parks, guard gates, landscaping, basically everything that makes a neighborhood look like Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
CDD fees can run $1,200 per year, $2,400 per year, $3,800 per year in maybe resort-style communities, even more in 55-plus amenity neighborhoods.
HOAs are a real culture shock, though. Some retirees thrive in them. They like community, structure, events. Some accidentally move into a neighborhood run by someone who treats the gate code like national security. What about pickleball, golf courts, and the Florida social life explosion?
Here's something retirees don't expect. Your Florida social life is about to skyrocket. Pickleball is now the official retirement sport.
Yep.
It's in every master plan community: Nocatee, Del Webb, Ponte Vedra, Latitude, Margaritaville, On Top of the World, the Villages, and Traditions in Port St. Lucie.
Pickleball leagues, golf cart parades, sip and saunter wine nights, clubhouse poker tournaments, off-leash dog socials, food truck Fridays, sunset pontoon meetups. And yes, Florida retirees absolutely party.
They do.
They party hardy. So it's not quite a retirement state. It's more of a social hurricane. Well, now let's take a spin. Let's move up to weather reality. The good, the bad, the sweaty. We got the sweaty here.
Yep. Let's address the weather, which is huge here. Because your January dreams are correct, 75 degrees, clear blue skies, palm trees, beach walks, outdoor restaurants, dolphins. Yes, all true. It's amazing.
But you also have to prepare for June, July, August, and fake fall.
Yeah.
Which lasts roughly 7 minutes in October. Florida heat's real. 95 to 100 degrees with humidity thick enough to butter toast. Hair goes like this. But retirees adjust shockingly fast. By month 3, you're taking your morning walk at 7 a.m. And by month 6, you're judging tourists for sweating.
Do that now.
Yes. Shift gears. We're going to go to hurricane season for a second. The part everyone wants us to explain, honestly. Hurricane season. Biggest scare. Hurricane season is June 1st through November 30th. But the peak is mid-August to October. Here's the truth retirees never get from brochures. Hurricanes are not constant. They're not weekly. They're not even yearly for most states, for most of our state. But they can be serious and they can be scary. Mm-hmm. We get that.
What matters is your location, your elevation, your construction type, and whether you're on the Gulf, the Atlantic, or inland. Most retirees handle hurricanes the same way that regular Floridians do. Mm-hmm. Pretty much everybody. They prepare, they watch the advisories, and then they either stay put or they go visit grandkids for a few days. The system works if you're informed. Everyday life. What retirees actually do all day.
So let's get real. Retirement in Florida is not just beaches and brunch.
No.
It may be Costco on Tuesday, Publix subs, Target runs, Amelia Island day trips, St. Augustine afternoons, matinee movies because tickets are $7 instead of, what are they now, $25. Water aerobics at 10 a.m., pickleball at 2 p.m., happy hour at 4 p.m., dinner at 7 p.m., unless you're going wild and eating at 5. I prefer dinner at like 5:30.
I know. Are we retirees?
I think I need to be.
I feel like it. Well, people retire here and accidentally become more active than they've been in 30 years. Kayaking in Silver Springs with manatees, walking the Ponte Vedra Beach at sunrise. You do that often.
Mm-hmm.
Farmers markets in Nocatee, live music in Atlantic Beach, golf karting through the villages, shell hunting in Sanibel, boating in the Intracoastal. Florida hands you an entire new lifestyle menu. It's wonderful. Now for healthcare. The reason half of retirees choose their Florida city.
This part's extremely important. You cannot retire here without understanding the healthcare map. Here are the strongest hospital networks retirees rely on. The Mayo Clinic Jacksonville, Cleveland Clinic Weston, Tampa General Hospital, UF Health, Advent Health Orlando, Baptist Health Jacksonville, Bay Care St. Petersburg, Lee Health Fort Myers.
There are a lot of options here.
Lots.
Yep. Where you want to retire may depend on proximity to specialists, especially for cardiology, orthopedic, cancer, and neurology care. This is why many retirees choose Jacksonville, St. Augustine, Orlando, Tampa, Naples, Sarasota, Palm Beach County. Not just because they're pretty, which they are, but because the medical systems are excellent. The real cost of living in Florida retirees in 2025. Let's talk money. Not Beach Magazine money, real monthly retirement money. Florida has a reputation for being cheap, but it's not 1989 anymore.
Right.
It's 2025. And retirees need actual numbers. Here's what a typical retiree budget looks like today.
Homeowner insurance, $4,500 to $9,500. Flood insurance, if required, could be $800 to $5,000. Electric bill, $150 in the winter, $350 or more in the summer. Water, $60 to $140 depending on irrigation. Groceries, $55 to $95 depending on Publix addictions, terribly. Dining out, $300 to $1,000. Florida retirees eat out a lot. Gas, $75 to $200. HOA or CDD fees, $100 to $600 monthly, depending on your amenities. Golf fees could average $50 to $250 per round, or $600 to $1,200 for membership. Pickleball paddles, unlimited. It's crazy. Wine, also in Florida, unlimited.
Yes. Retirees ask, is Florida affordable? The answer is yes. If you pick the right area, yes. If you buy newer construction, yes. If you understand the insurance, yes. If you avoid flood zones, and yes. If you don't buy a waterfront fixer-upper.
Lots of yeses and ifs.
I know, because Florida is wonderful.
Now the 55 plus communities. Heaven for some, hilarious for others. Which one are you? We always get asked, what's the deal with 55 plus communities? Are they worth it? Let's break it down for you. Florida has some of the best 55 plus communities in the country. We have Del Webb Nocatee, Del Webb Ponte Vedra, On Top of the World in Ocala, The Villages, Latitude Margaritaville, Daytona, and Panama City, Crestwind, Palm Beach, Valencia Trails, Naples. If you want social events, fitness classes, adult-only pools, I do, clubhouses, concerts, dance lessons, and 27 versions of mahjong groups, then you may thrive in a 55 plus community. I have to learn how to play mahjong. I've never played mahjong.
I like it.
Never played it.
I should be a retired.
Here's the hidden benefit nobody warns you about. You will never be bored again. These communities, they host wine downs, parade parties, trivia nights, painting classes, bocce tournaments, line dancing, food truck festivals, and themed socials that get suspiciously rowdy. It's crazy.
They know how to party.
They know how to party, and I'm in bed.
And there's plenty for them to do, I promise. But let's keep it real. Some retirees tour these communities and tell us, nope, too many rules. No kids allowed makes me sad. I don't need a schedule every 3 hours. I don't want to be fined because my grass grew an inch too long. And honestly, it's all totally valid.
We agree with that.
We get it.
55 plus living is either your paradise or your personal Hunger Games.
Yeah.
There's really no in between. So now that we've gone over that, let's talk about Florida tax advantages the retirees dream about. So are you dreaming about this? Florida's tax system is truly retiree friendly. Here's where you get to win big. No state income tax, no tax on Social Security, no tax on pensions, no tax on 401k withdrawals, no inheritance or estate tax. Sounds awesome.
Then there's the Homestead Exemption. Saves up to $50,000 off your assessed value, plus caps your annual tax increase at 3% under the Save Our Home Amendment. For retirees on fixed income, that cap is gold.
But there's more. Some counties offer extra senior exemptions for low-income retirees over 65. They can cut your property taxes by another $50,000 depending on your income level. Pro tip, you must apply by March 1st. Retirees miss this every single year. Don't miss it. Don't be one of those that misses it. We're going to go to healthcare now. Florida's true retirement power move.
Healthcare is why many retirees choose their Florida city. Here are the top-rated medical system retirees lean on. Mayo Clinic Jacksonville, world class. Cleveland Clinic Weston, top cardiac care. Tampa General Hospital for trauma and specialty. UF Health, major research center. Advent Health Orlando is a huge network. Baptist Health Jacksonville has excellent specialists. Sarasota Memorial has strong outcomes. And Lee Health Fort Myers, which is growing rapidly.
Jacksonville retirees often pick Ponte Vedra, Nocatee, or St. John's specifically because they want to be 20 to 30 minutes from Mayo Clinic. We see that a lot. Mm-hmm. Same in Palm Beach and Naples. People literally choose their neighborhood they're going to live in based on the hospital reputation. And I would too. So we're going to move quickly to transportation. The airport map retirees forgot to check. Retirement in Florida also depends on your airport map. If you still plan to travel, you want easy connections. If you're like me, I hate flying, but it is much faster than driving. Here are the best airports. Jacksonville has clean, easy, low stress. Orlando, tons of direct flights. Love Orlando for direct flights. Mm-hmm. Tampa, usually ranked top 3 in the U.S. Huge. Sarasota, Bradenton is small, clean, and expanding. West Palm Beach is luxury and efficient. Fort Lauderdale has tons of budget routes. And Miami is a huge international hub.
And this matters because some retirees move to rural areas then realize the nearest airport is 2 hours away.
That's hard.
A surprise they did not plan for.
I would have not have planned for that.
So let's talk wildlife. The Florida reality check. Funny, but true. Yes, there are alligators. No, they're not roaming freely through the public supermarkets. But yes, they do show up in ponds and golf courses.
Also common are burrowing owls in Cape Coral, sandhill cranes who like to block traffic. They totally do. Birds that walk in groups like retirees on a mall walk. Armadillos that appear at 9:17 p.m. every night like clockwork. Those things come out of nowhere. I don't know where they come from. And palmetto bugs that don't pay rent, but they live like they own your house. I don't know where those things come out from. They're just there all of a sudden.
Well, a lot of retirees always ask, will I see a snake? If you live near the woods, yes. If you live near a marsh, yes. If you live near the water, yes. If you live in Florida, yes. But they're more scared of you than you are of them.
Sure.
Most of the time.
I'm more scared of them, so.
Yeah. So, I don't know about that. Let's talk bugs. The part nobody tells you about.
Yeah. Palmetto bugs, they fly. Mosquitoes are enthusiastic. No-see-ums are the quiet villains of waterfront living. Before you know it, you have 50 bumps all over you. Fire ants are adorable until you step on them and then they're biting you.
Yeah.
Love bugs appear twice a year and they literally glue themselves to your car. It's like they're auditioning for Cirque du Soleil or something like that. It's some crazy moves they do.
But you will survive them, we promise.
Yes.
Make sure you have a quarterly pest control, lanai screens, citrus candles, and a lot of tolerance.
I have zero tolerance for bugs.
Me too. But honestly, well, that's why we have the screen lanais.
Yes.
The very, very fine
You have to
ones.
have the screen lanais.
Yeah. But honestly, you do get used to it faster than you think, believe it or not. So let's talk about the best place to retire in Florida in 2025. Real rankings.
The strongest retirement areas for 2025 based on healthcare access, cost of living, safety, amenities, and lifestyle. We're going to start with Northeast Florida, would be Ponte Vedra, Nocatee, St. Augustine, Palm Coast, Amelia Island. Now we're going to move to Central Florida. Clermont, Winter Garden, Lake Nona, The Villages, Mount Dora. What about Southwest Florida? They've got Naples, Fort Myers, but only in the newer rebuild areas. Sarasota, Venice, Punta Gorda, and now for Southeast Florida,
The famous
Boca, Delray Beach, Palm Beach Gardens, Jupiter. What about the Panhandle? We cannot forget them because
the
they
Panhandle.
have Destin.
My
I know
favorite.
you love Destin. Niceville.
Niceville.
All right, Panhandle. If I'm butchering this, Niceville, Santa Rosa Beach.
Beautiful.
I haven't been to Destin, so I need to go there.
Yes. Each has its own personality. Naples is upscale, quiet, polished. The Villages, they love their golf carts, nightlife, and 90,000 best friends.
Lots.
Nocatee, active boomers, amenities, proximity to the Mayo Clinic. Sarasota loves their art, beaches, culture. St. Augustine has history, walkability, and charm. It's so charming. We love it.
Love it.
The hidden downsides of retiring in Florida, people never mention these.
Yeah, so we're going to get brutally honest with you now. Retirement in Florida is incredible, but it's not a postcard. There are downsides people never mention. I don't know why people don't talk about all this stuff. Here's the first one. Everything grows. Everything. Everything. The grass, the weeds, mold on your lanai, the algae in the pool, HOA violation letters. Stack right up. Everything. It all grows.
They didn't mention pollen.
Oh, pollen grows too. We're
Everywhere.
going to add that in there.
It's everywhere. Now, the outside of your house ages faster here. Your roof, AC, screens, pavers, paint, exterior caulking, all work harder because Florida weather never takes a day off. Second downside, thunderstorms. I love thunderstorms though.
I do. They make me sleep.
But Florida, believe it or not, is the lightning capital of North America.
I believe it.
The summer afternoons have lightning shows that look like EDM concerts. They're fantastic. I love them.
I sleep.
Yeah.
Third, you can't leave out food. Even for 1 minute. Ants will RSVP immediately. They'll be all over your food. Everything has to be in containers. Chips, put them in a container. Cereal, put them in a container. Everything, containers. Let's move on to the heat real quick. The part everyone thinks they can handle until it hits August.
August. It's a fun month, isn't it?
I love it.
We said it before and we'll say it again. Florida heat is a personality. It's not just a temperature. It's humidity that hugs you like a warm, wet towel.
But there's a surprising part.
Is there?
Everyone adapts. We do. We adapt.
You actually do.
We learn to go outside early, plan errands around the shade and the sun, join water aerobics, sit at outdoor restaurants with misting fans because they all have them. And you're wearing SPF like moisturizer, which you should be doing anyway.
You'll complain for the first summer, but then you'll realize, you know what? This beats shoveling snow.
Every time.
I say that every single time.
I agree.
Snow, no. So hurricane prep, what retirees actually do during storm week.
Storm prep is its own Florida culture. You can handle hurricanes with efficiency of basically NASA engineers. Here's the process you're going to need to learn though. Charge everything. Charge all phones. charge all computers, charge everything. Freeze water bottles, buy snacks that require no cooking. Move lanai furniture inside, but here's a trick. Make sure that there's no frogs on that furniture before you do that. Check your battery-powered fans. Open a bottle or two of wine. Text the kids that you're fine, and then watch the Weather Channel like it's the Super Bowl.
Well, here are some important facts. Not every hurricane hits your area. Not every storm is catastrophic. But every storm reminds retirees to review insurance, evacuation zones, medication refills, pet plans, generator instructions, and whether they bought enough Chardonnay, which is probably the most important one on the list. Staying close to family, the emotional side of retiring in Florida, it's a thing. Let's talk about something serious. Retiring in Florida means being away from family sometimes, especially grandkids. This is the emotional part that nobody really talks about. People tell us all the time, I want sunshine, but I don't want to miss birthdays. I want lower taxes, but I don't want to be the holiday-only grandparent. Nobody wants to be that.
No.
I want a better lifestyle, but I still want connection.
That's the truth we see daily. Retiring in Florida often makes family visit more. Because who doesn't want a free beach vacation at grandma's house? You need a plan. You need FaceTime habits, scheduled visits, group texts, clear communication about holidays. Emotionally, retirees do best when they build community here and keeping strong ties to their family at the same time. What about the best hack nobody knows about? We're going to give you the golden retirement hack in Florida. Most retirees never hear this from anyone but us. If you want a low maintenance, low cost, low hurricane stressed retirement, buy a newer inland home with concrete block construction, no flood zone, near a major hospital with a stable HOA, but no huge amenities, none of that extras.
That one decision saves you thousands on insurance, tons of maintenance and headaches, hours of storm prep, long-term appreciation stability, and 50% less stress. Retirees who do this live the Florida dream, in my opinion, instead of the Florida maintenance marathon, which we all try to avoid. How retirees make friends fast in Florida? Well, we're going to tell you.
Okay.
Florida retirees make friends at lightning speed here. I promise. It's wild. People think they'll be lonely, then suddenly they're triple booked. Here's where friendships happen. And we know this because we try to contact people and they're just never available because pickleball courts, golf leagues, dog parks, community pools, craft classes, wine nights, which we're happy to attend if you invite us.
Yes, we will help.
Boat clubs, again, we're happy to come. Church groups, walking trails, kayak meetups, volunteer days, trivia nights, farmers markets.
Love farmers markets.
It's endless.
Love those. Retirees here become social butterflies without even trying. You go outside, you smile at someone, and poof, they're your friend. That's the Florida way, basically.
Pretty much.
The people moving here, they want community. They want connection. They want adventure. I've always said, what did I say? Go in your front yard if you want all your neighbors to come around. Go in your backyard if you don't. It creates a warm, welcoming vibe, and it's really hard to describe. You really just have to experience it. So what about safety, emergency planning, and medical preparedness? That's very important. Retiring in Florida means having a smart safety plan. Everyone needs one. It's nothing crazy, nothing dramatic. You just need to be realistic. So you need to always keep a basic hurricane kit, okay? Keep your water, keep extra snacks, things like that. A waterproof folder with important documents, medication list, a portable battery bank, a cooler for temperature-sensitive meds, and updated emergency contacts. And some of this is true more for other areas than some.
Right. Well, also understand your evacuation zone and whether your home has impact windows, a generator, or a safe interior room. That's
Jodie
very
Foster.
important. Yeah.
The Jodie Foster room.
And don't forget the most retiree Florida item of all, a deck of cards.
Yep. Everybody has one.
Power outages get boring real quick.
Very fast.
So the weird, wonderful, unfiltered truth about Florida retirement. Here is the unfiltered list of things retirees learn fairly quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It rains sideways.
It does. Umbrellas are useless.
Lizards will fall from trees when temperatures drop below 45. Your lanai becomes your living room.
Mm-hmm.
You'll own more SPF than shoes.
True.
You will talk about Publix like it's a religion. Your grandkids think you live at the beach. Everyone drives a golf cart, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have the opinions about hurricanes by month 6.
Uh-huh.
And you will join at least one hobby group accidentally.
Most likely.
Sure.
Yeah. What group? What are you talking about?
Oh, I did that by accident.
So that's the heart of Florida retirement. It's messy, it's sunny, it's funny, it's beautiful, but it's full of life. People retire here because they want to live. They don't just want to exist. Florida gives you the chance to do that. Well, this is one we get asked a lot. What about condos versus single family homes? You're going to be shocked by this difference. Okay. We get asked this question constantly. Should I retire in a condo or a house? We always get that. Mm-hmm. So we're going to break it down with real truth and no sales pitches. We're going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly.
So let's start with condos. Condos look attractive. There's no yard work, which I like. Mm-hmm. No exterior maintenance, which I like. Lock and leave lifestyle for snowbirds. Amenities, security, walkability, water views. Sometimes we get the appeal.
Yep.
But the big twist retirees never expect.
Or anybody.
Yeah.
This is true for every condo. The assessments.
Oh, I even don't like that word.
Yeah. Condo assessments are the two scariest words for a Florida retiree on a fixed income, or anybody. Mm-hmm. Since the Surfside tragedy, Florida passed new laws requiring condo buildings to fully fund reserves and complete major structural inspections.
That has led to assessments of $25,000, $60,000, $120,000, even $250,000 per unit in some older coastal buildings per unit. You do not want that surprise in retirement.
This is why people today often choose newer construction condos, or they switch to a single family home altogether. So we're going to compare those ones quickly also for you. Let's start with condo pros. Maintenance free, lock and leave lifestyle, social atmosphere, walkable amenities, lower electric bills, security, no yard or pool care. But there's some condo cons also. Assessments, rising monthly dues, master insurance increases. Older buildings can equal risk. Rules, restrictions, committees, possible age of building issues, limited personalization.
I don't like any of that.
We're going to move on to this. Let's talk about single family homes. Okay, switch gears. Out of condos, single family homes. The pros: privacy, no shared walls, control over your repairs, no master assessments, stable long-term costs. It's better for pets, better for storage, and better for resale.
Right.
But single family homes also have cons. You must maintain everything. The storm prep is your responsibility. There's bigger monthly bills. HOA rules still apply if that has an HOA. And landscaping costs can be high too, especially if you can't do your own landscaping.
All right. People basically fall into two camps. Camp A, I never want to touch a rake again. Mm-hmm. They want a condo. Camp B, nobody is telling me what color my front door can be. They want a house. Insurance hacks every person should know in 2025.
Okay, everybody, listen close. These hacks can save you $1,000. We're going to share them, okay? Hack number 1, buy newer construction. Homes built after 2015 usually qualify for significantly lower premiums because they're built to newer wind and flood standards. So that's number 1. Number 2, get a wind mitigation inspection. This can drop your premium substantially.
Hack number 3, Avoid homes with roofs older than 15 years. Even if they look fine, insurance carriers don't love them. Hack number 4, avoid flood zones when possible. Flood insurance costs can range from $800 to $3,000 plus and are rising annually.
And hack 5, inland means cheaper. We know everybody wants to live on the water, but inland means cheaper. The further you are from tidal water, the easier the insurance approval process is going to be. Hack 6, don't buy near tiny creeks or marshlands. They flood faster, actually, than the oceans do. But what about the best weather in Florida? Yes, it actually exists.
It does. Not all Florida weather is created equal. Some retirees want heat, beaches, palm trees. Others want warm breeze without melting. Here's the breakdown, okay? Best weather for low humidity and breezes, one of my favorites, Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach, St. Augustine Beach, Jacksonville Beach, Navarre Beach, Destin, Panama City Beach. Wind from the Atlantic and Gulf keep it cooler than inland areas. Best weather for warm winters without extreme heat, you're talking Sarasota, Venice, Naples, Bonita Springs, Palm Coast, Ormond Beach. Moderate winters, fewer freezing days, less humidity than Miami. Warmest winters, snowbirds love this. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Delray Beach, Boca Raton, Key West. If you want never wear a jacket again, this is your zone. Now the coolest summers, but still in Florida, are Amelia Island, Panama City Beach, Destin, Pensacola, because of Gulf and Atlantic crosswinds.
Weather should help you choose your retirement city, not frustrate you after you move, so keep that in mind. What about the cheapest places to retire safely? So we're going to give you the cheapest Florida places to retire in 2025 edition.
Okay, well, here are the most affordable, safe, retiree-friendly Florida cities with good hospitals and reasonable insurance. So Northeast Florida, we got Palm Coast, Middleburg, Green Cove Springs, World Golf Village. Central Florida has Mount Dora, Claremont, Deltona in the newer areas, Tavares, and Leesburg. Southwest Florida has Northport, Punta Gorda, the newer building zones, Cape Coral, non-flood areas.
The big one.
The Panhandle has Fort Walton Beach, Niceville, Navarre, Panama City, the inland areas of Panama City.
Many retirees choose these because they offer lower taxes, lower premiums, lower HOA fees, lower home prices, low crime, and good health care. So that combination becomes more important every single year. But what about the mistake that costs thousands? We see these daily. We're going to talk about that next. The biggest mistakes retirees make, they buy an older coastal condo without reading the reserve study. They ignore insurance premiums until after making an offer. What about buying near a retention pond without checking the drainage? Or moving too far from medical care? Underestimating that summer heat? Skipping a 4-point inspection? Choosing a city based on vacation memories, not real life. Listen, y'all, we love Mickey.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to live right next to Mickey. Forgetting about CDD fees. Buying waterfront when you hate humidity and not planning for your grandkids' visits.
You know, retirement is a lifestyle decision, not just a house decision. Mm-hmm. Choosing wrong can cost money and happiness. The 20 questions we get asked every week, or so it feels like.
Yeah.
Here's the top retiree FAQ list. And yes, they are real. Is hurricane insurance required? What's a wind mitigation report? How far am I from a good hospital? That's a big one. Can I drive my golf cart anywhere? Do I need to mow my own yard? Why is my insurance quote higher than my mortgage? Should I choose a 55 plus or an all ages community? Is my dog allowed here?
Good question.
Can we have a fence?
Another good question.
Will the streets flood?
Hopefully not.
Why are HOAs so intense? I don't know. What's the difference between a pond and a retention pond? Can I get flood insurance even if it's not required? Will I regret living near a beach? Is Florida safe for retirees? How hot does it really get? Do we need hurricane shutters? How far inland is safe? What is a CDD again? And what is the best retirement town?
That's a lot of questions, but I feel like they're all good.
We get a lot of them.
Yeah.
All the time.
If you're going to even ask 3 of these questions, don't worry. Everybody does. They're all really, really good questions.
They are.
But what about the number one regret? This may surprise everyone. So we've helped hundreds of retirees move to Florida. And after hearing their stories, which we love, they're amazing, we can say with confidence the number one regret is not money. It's not heat, not insurance. It's not hurricanes. It's we've waited too long. Why didn't we do this sooner?
Yep. Believe it or not. Exactly. The regret we hear most is, God, I wish we moved here 10 years earlier. Why? Because Florida gives retirees a second life, not a slower life. People are more active here at 65 than they were at 35. Pickleball, boating, walking clubs, social events, retirements here is busy. It's just busy all the time. They wish they had started enjoying it sooner. I know for moving from up north,
Yes.
having 12 months out of the year that you can be outdoors doing things was a life changer for us.
Big difference.
The ideal Florida retirement routine, yes, this is real life, peoples. Here's a typical day for a Florida retiree living their best life here in Florida. 7:30 a.m., walk on the beach. 8:30 a.m., coffee on the lanai. 9 a.m., pickleball. 11 a.m., pool time. 12:30, lunch at the beachfront cafe. 2 o'clock is a nap or a read. I'll take reading. 4 p.m. is happy hour.
I'll be there.
6 p.m. is sunset walk. 8 o'clock is trivia night, concert, cards with neighbors, and that's just a Tuesday.
Can we move that up to 6 o'clock?
A typical Tuesday here in Florida.
8 o'clock's my bedtime.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
So meanwhile, winter up north, which we all know is shovels, snow boots. Can't find the snow boots. Where are the snow boots? The snow boots are always lost. Scraping the stupid windshields. Maybe cursing while you're doing it. Falling down the driveway, trying to scrape the windshield. Everything is revolved around scraping the windshield. Maybe cursing again. Quickly realize why Florida has become the official capital of living your best life. What about why 2025 retirees are very different from the last generation? Retirement used to mean slowing down, taking a pause.
I agree with that.
It was very different. It's completely changed. Now it means speeding up, traveling more, exercising more, eating healthier, working part-time remote jobs, joining social clubs, do volunteer work, maybe start a side hustle, taking art classes, learning pickleball. I know you have, but I still have not. Adopting dogs, buying kayaks. That's one we see all the time. Everybody has a kayak now.
Yep.
Getting golf carts, doing sunset cruises, and taking those grandkids to Disney. I'll meet you there. I'll do Disney too.
They're so active.
It's completely different from generations before.
Today's retirees are active, social, and technology friendly. They're getting hip with technology. They want lifestyle, plus community, plus convenience, plus sunshine. Florida gives them everything they want all in one place.
True.
Now, the honest downsides, the stuff we can't sugarcoat.
Okay. We're going to do a rapid fire truth session for you really quick. No filters. It's hot. Insurance is high. Bugs exist. HOAs can be strict. Traffic can be frustrating. Snowbirds cause chaos in January. Groceries cost more near the beach. Some areas flood. Hurricanes are a factor. You must choose location carefully. Everything outside needs maintenance.
But the upside, the lifestyle, the freedom, the weather, the community, the energy, they outweigh all the challenges, in my opinion. For the vast majority of retirees who move here, it outweighs the challenges for them as well. This state wasn't built to be quiet. It was built to be lived in.
I agree.
The Florida retirement breakover point. We see a huge shift around 3 months after retirees move here. It's like a light switch, okay? Suddenly, their shoulders drop, their skin gets tan, their calendars fill, they walk slower, they laugh more, they sleep better.
It just happens when they realize that I'm not on vacation. This is my actual life. I actually live here. And the Florida lifestyle becomes normal, not temporary. It's crazy to see palm trees at Target, but that's normal.
Yep.
Dolphins during your morning walk, again, that's normal. Cocktails at 2 p.m., absolutely normal. Florida becomes home faster than most people expect it to. What about the future of retiring in Florida? The realistic expectation of 2030 to 2040. Let's talk about that next decade. Florida is evolving really, really fast. For the better, we say. So you can expect more master plan communities with lifestyle amenities people are loving, more walkable neighborhoods, more medical expansion. We are seeing a ton of this. Better hospitals, more 55 plus communities, safer infrastructure, better storm drainage, more renewable energy, stronger building codes, more social clubs, more recreation, more senior programs. That was a lot of mores. A lot of mores coming.
All true. And I don't know about you, but when I first moved here, or even when I visited, the very first thing I noticed was how many people walk.
Everyone walks here.
Everybody. And any family that comes to visit, they say that too. Like, oh my gosh, like everybody's
Always
constantly out walking.
Always outside.
Retirement here will be more dynamic, more active, more connected, more medically supported, and more exciting than it's ever been. Florida isn't slowing down. Retirees won't either. Now, a final pros and cons breakdown on the highest level.
Okay, let's break it down. The pros: sunshine, low taxes, healthcare access, endless activities, social life, beautiful communities, outdoor living to its fullest, golf and pickleball, beaches, warm winters. That's number one for me. Active lifestyle, lower cost versus many coastal states, actually. No state income tax, and homestead protections. What about the cons? We'll give you the pros. And we give you the pros. I feel like we have to give the cons, right?
Nah.
Insurance, bugs. I should have moved that up before insurance. Heat, storms, traffic, HOAs. That's a pro and a con.
Yeah.
Humidity, snowbird season chaos, depending on the area you live in. Maintenance, and tourist areas can get crowded.
If the pros excite you and the cons don't scare you, you're probably built for Florida.
I am.
I know I am. The emotional truth about retiring here. Well, we've watched people move here scared, nervous, unsure, only to find joy, new friendships, and healthier routines, a sense of belonging, and a life they didn't realize they were missing.
Happened to me.
Me too.
The Florida retirement dream, it's not about beaches. It's about freedom. Freedom of stress, freedom of snow, freedom from isolation during the snow, freedom to reinvent yourself. It gives people permission to live their life fully.
Because it's 12 months a year.
Yes.
You're not hibernating from like November to April, which is how I felt.
Our final wrap up on identity reveal, though, if you're still watching, and hopefully you are, You know now more about retiring in Florida than 99% of people considering the move. We're Heather and Danielle, a real estate team in Florida that helps retirees navigate a real-life decision behind where to live, where to buy, what to avoid, and how to make Florida retirement as stress-free as possible.
Whether you're thinking about Ponte Vedra, St. Augustine, Nocatee, Jacksonville, Palm Coast, Amelia Island, or anywhere along the coast or inland, we guide you through it all with honesty, clarity, local knowledge, maybe a little humor.
Maybe. I think we're funny, but people probably don't think we're funny.
Just a little bit.
If you're dreaming about retiring in Florida and you want an expert to guide you, reach out anytime. We're here for you.
Hit subscribe, drop your questions below. We answer every single one. We try to anyway. We'll see you guys in the next video.